Hello everyone, Sire here. Thank you so much for joining me for another video on Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. I will be creating a nice summer themed card using the tiny frozen treats die. So this one is a new release and it comes with a bunch of different ice cream and items here. Now this is the prototype, so it might look slightly different, but you will get some ice cream and the little frozen treats, and there's some smiley faces and that freezy. So I'll be playing with that to create a card. I'm also going to be bringing in the sweet stack layer. This actually is meant to create a cake, so your whole card could look like a layered cake with some drippy icing. So I'm going to be playing with this piece here. I will also bring in the Simply Sentimental stamp set, and it's the sprinkles, but you got all these different sentiments in here that you can use to build your own sentiment. So I really like that. And of course, this also was in the new release and it allows you to cut out all these little sentiments much easier. So you get a nice rectangle. And then this is also in the new release, and this one is called the Funfetti Alphabetti. I didn't realize that. That's cute. The Funfetti Alphabetti. And I'm going to be using this as the sentiment. So instead of sprinkles, I'll create my own sentiments using this fun letter die. So without waiting too much further, sit back, relax, and let's create a card together. Okay, let's get started. I have pre-cut all my pieces of paper, and I'm going to start die cutting the little it's almost like the creamsicle shape. It's not the popsicle, it's the one that usually has the ice cream in the center. And I've picked colors that I associated with frozen treats. So we have the raspberry cherry, the banana, chocolate, lime, orange, and of course grape. And then we also cut out all the little popsicle sticks, and you can see them there on the bottom. I did go through that pretty fastly, but let's just get right into inking each one of these pieces. Using the shading sidekick from Trinity Stamps, I'm just going to ink around all the edges using a similar color to the cardstock that I'm using. So gathered twigs for the brown. I'm going to use Mowed Lawn for that citronella or that chartreuse type color. Ripe persimmons for the orange. And the reason I did that one is because it has a bit of a red tinge to it, which is going to make it stand out a little bit more. I used seedless preserves for the purple. You'll see in a second, I think this one is not a good fit. I think the purple cardstock is a little bit too dark, so you weren't able to see it so much. But if we go back to the orange, you can see it has that nice red tinge to it. And I'm just going to amplify the edges by just picking it up and just rubbing that shading sidekick on the edges. It really makes it stand out a little bit more. So here we go, the seedless preserves. Yeah, it's a little bit, definitely can't see it in the camera here as much as in person, but it is quite light. The fossilized amber, I was skeptical, and then if you just went a little bit heavier, it looks really good on this yellow cardstock. Just adding just the right tinge without going to that brown side or orange. And then of course, picked raspberry, absolutely not the right color to choose for this dark pink cardstock. So I'm going to bring in a much redder color, which is the candied apple. It's a nice bright red. And this is definitely going to make that piece stand out a lot more. I probably should have gone back with that purple one, but I couldn't think of a color that would make it stand out. I don't have anything darker that I can think of for purple. I maybe should have used brown or something just to try to make it a little bit darker. But I also don't want it to look dirty. I want it to look delicious. So we'll stick with the seedless preserves. These are the tiny little popsicle sticks that is part of the die set. So I've cut out one for each of these delicious popsicles. So there's my chocolate one. That one's really delicious looking. I love those chocolate fudgesicles. They definitely are one of my go-tos. And then actually the green is my second, which is usually a lime. And then I would say the third, if you can find it, is like a banana flavor. That's a tough one because banana flavor is usually quite horrendous with the artificialness, but sometimes the childhood in me just loves it so much. So there we go. Look how cute that is. Even has like a little embossing in it so you can see that it is one of those little creamsicles. I'm going to use that die set that I mentioned earlier. What was it called? Sweet Stacks Layers. It's actually meant for making a cake. However, I'm going to create my own ginormous dripping creamsicle. So you know when you're just not eating it fast enough or the heat is in the plus 30 degrees Celsius. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Someone in the comments below, please tell me what 30 Celsius is, and then everyone will know. Your popsicle starts to melt. So that's what I'm creating. And I brought in the candied apple just to highlight the left side to really make it look like it is rounded and it's not just so flat. And then I'm going to bring in some white. I just happen to have the picket fence here, and I'm going to use my blending buddy because I don't have a shading sidekick for my white. So I'm going to bring in my shading buddy, which is a little bit bigger, so it's harder to get in there, but it's not too bad. And you can see that I just have it kind of blended there. And that's just to make it highlighted on the other side, so the left side. So now that that is put away, let's start creating our popsicle stick. And I'm also going to bring in that dark pink, actually it's a darker pink piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut out another piece. The popsicle stick and this piece are both 3¼ inches wide. Don't worry about the length. We'll figure that out later. The popsicle stick will be about 4 inches, but the darker pink one, we're just going to cut that into smaller pieces. I'm going to use one of these popsicles as a ruler, as a guide, because I want to round my popsicle stick. And so just going to use a pencil and trace that out, and then very carefully just try to get a nice smooth rounded edge. Anything that's kind of jagged, I'll just very carefully sliver that off or shave it off. So I got a nice rounded. If you have what are they called? The hole punches or the rounded punches, like the little crocodile chomper thing, you can use those. That would make it much easier. But if you don't, this works quite well. And I'm going to do the exact same thing to this dark pink piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do it twice. So cut about 2 inches off. We're not going to need that much, or maybe that's an inch. Just don't worry about too much. Just make sure you have about ½ an inch to an inch available. So once we have those all cut out, we'll bring back the ink and we'll start ink blending these pieces just so that everything is cohesive, everything is blended. When you are blending things, you don't have to. It is almost a little bit recommended to make sure everything is blended so that nothing stands out more than the other. Because you look at that popsicle stick, it's a craft cardstock, and it stands out a lot more compared to these other elements on the left there that have been inked up. So we'll grab the gathered twig, and I don't want to make this look too rounded. So I'm just going to use that sidekick to ink the edges as best as I can, creating a nice dark line. And then when I feel confident enough that that's dark enough, I'll just kind of smooth it out, get as much ink off as possible and just smooth it out. This is the ink version. If you were using distressed oxides, it would smooth out a little bit better, but I am okay. I don't need the perfect blends all the time. Bringing back that white, I'm going to ink the left side of these little pieces. I haven't explained what these pieces are yet. I'm curious if you can figure it out before I tell you. So we'll see in a second what it is. But first I'm going to bring in that gathered twig because I know the candied apple is not going to be dark enough to create the shadow on the right hand side. So I brought in that brown and it looks pretty good. It's not looking dingy, it's looking darker, and that's creating this nice shading. So there we go. Easy peasy for whatever that is. So let's start making our our popsicle. Let's start gluing it all together. We'll take our drippy piece and then we'll take our two little pieces, and I'm going to try to position those perfectly in the center of this popsicle. And what these are supposed to represent, if you look at those creamsicles, there's those two embossing pieces. It's just that's how these things are created when you buy them in the store. And so I'm trying to recreate that using a darker piece of the same family of pink and then inking it so that it's kind of making it look like it's also indented. It's not perfect, but I'm hoping that when someone looks at it, they'll know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish. This is mainly why I also cut out each one of those creamsicles in different colors, is because it's going to tie in exactly what I was trying to create. So let's go ahead and cut this popsicle stick down. I did about 4 1/8 inches long because I want to have room on the bottom for my sentiment. And I'll bring in those dies and stamps a little later, but let's just make sure everything is positioned correctly. So now that I have my stick as centered as possible, I'm going to glue down the drippy part, and there is our finished drippy popsicle or creamsicle. And then what I'm going to do is put a nice border of delicious looking creamsicles across the bottom right all the way, and they fit perfectly. If you don't like the chocolate and you want to put a blue one just to create the rainbow, you can do that. But I really like the chocolate one, so that has to be in this collection. Sorry to all those who love blue. I'm going to take a piece of this pink cardstock. This is the one that it's the same color as the drippy one. And we're going to take the sentiment from the Simply Sentimental Sprinkles stamp set, and it says "You're the." And this is what I love about this stamp series. And there's quite a bit of them. There's a birthday one. There was the faith one for Easter. There's actually an Easter one. There's sprinkles, celebrate. So there's a lot of them. And they all have the big word in different fonts. They have a bunch of little sentiments like the one here, "You're the." And then they also have dies. And the dies work on their own, or they can work with the sentiment. And so it's such a great series. I love getting them. And you can easily do what I'm doing here, where you just take the simple word and then you can use the word die or the letter die, and it's called the, oh shoot, I said it earlier and I laughed. The alphagetti? No, what was it? It was the, I have it right here beside me. You just keep watching. There, that's the die I was talking about. The funfetti alphabetti, that's it. I can't believe I forgot that. And so what I did was I cut out the word coolest 3 times off camera and glued them together. And now I have this really fun sentiment. So I did this similar to on my hop card. If you saw that with the clown, I created my sentiment, and then I kind of have my little sentiment where it says "You're the" hugged around the letter. I kind of like how that looks. So I'm gonna do it again. And let's add some little bit of extra height to my popsicles. So you'll see that I did that on the left-hand side off camera. It's just 3 layers. And then the popsicle is only 2 layers because now everything will be level. And now that that's sitting there drying, I'm going to glue down all these little creamsicles, making sure that they are all perfectly aligned. There's going to be a little bit of a gap because they're not perfectly straight, especially when it gets close to the tip. And then off camera, you can see that I ripped off some of that extra layers on the stick is because I forgot that it's going to be on top of these popsicles. So there's already height. So I trimmed a little bit of that. If you didn't catch that, then ignore what I'm talking about. But if you didn't see something change, that's the reason. Sometimes you just keep going and you forget what you're doing. So it's okay. I'll leave that in there just so you know that I'm still a human and not a robot yet, or an android. Now that everything is all perfectly aligned, let's get this ruler in. This is a T-ruler that's just going to help me make sure that all of these letters are perfectly aligned. I normally don't care, but when I'm trying to create a video for Trinity Stamps YouTube channel, I try to make it a little bit more professional. Just so that, you know, it looks better when you take care. But if it's just having fun, I never worry about making things straight. There's a little bit of something fun about something not perfect. It's like nature. There's nothing perfect about nature, yet it's so perfect. So there we go. We're just going to make sure these are all nice and lined up, trying to make sure there's a good padding on the both left and side. And there we go. There's our card. I hope you enjoyed this. This is such a fun card. It is so easy to create. You just die them all out, and you can even create them in all different colors. You don't have to even do the rainbow. You can kind of stick to a colored theme if you would like. I found it quite simple, refreshing, and I absolutely love how it turned out. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. So, as I finish wrapping this up, putting this card onto a card base, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below on what you thought of this new release for June. And until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.